Hello, my dear students. Today I'm gonna talk about a very important topic in math. It's about roots. Roots can be square roots. A square root of a number is one of its two equal factors. If x squared equals y, then x is a square root of y. This is the definition of the square root. An example, if 5 squared equals 25, and we know 5 squared means 5 times 5. So if 5 times 5 equals 25, so 5 is the square root of 25. Every positive number has both a positive and a negative square root. In most real-world situations, only the positive or principal square root is considered. A radical sign, this is a radical sign, and is used to indicate the principal square root, which is the positive one. If n squared equals a, then n equals positive or negative square root a. So this is the definition of the square root. Perfect squares. Perfect squares are numbers that are squares of integers as 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, and so on, because 1 is the square of 1, and 4 is the square of 2, 9 is the square of 3, 16 is the square of 4, and 25 is square of 5, 36 is the square of 6, and 49 square of 7, and we can continue like this. These are called perfect squares because they are squares of integers. Examples. Find each square root. Find square root of 64. To find this, find the positive square root of 64. And we know that 8 squared equals 64 because 8 times 8 in table 8 equals 64. So 8 squared is 64. This means that square root of 64 equals 8. And of course 64 is one of the perfect squares. Another example, find the square root of negative square root of 25 over 36. First, we find the negative square root of 25 over 36 without the negative sign. So 25 over 36 means that 25 is 5 power 2 and 6 power 2. So this means that its square root is 5 over 6. And we have a negative sign here, so we will put it in the answer here. Solve. T squared equals 169 and check your solutions. So, how do we solve this? First, we write the equation, then we write the definition of square root. We know that the definition of square root means that if t squared equals 169, this means that t equals positive or negative 169. And the square root of 169 is 13. So this means that t equals positive 13 and negative 13. To check our answer, we multiply 13 times itself 2 times. This is equal to 169. And also, if we multiply negative 13 times negative 13, we know that negative multiplied by negative gives us positive 169 as well. So we are correct. Another types of roots is the cubic roots or cube roots. A cube root of a number is one of its 3 equal factors. So cube means 3 factors. So the definition says that if x cubed equals y, then x is the cube root of y. An example of this, for example, if we have 3 power 3 equals 27, because we know that 3 times 3 is 9 and 9 times 3 is 27. This means that 3 is the cubic root of 27, and we write the cubic root by this symbol. So the symbol cubic root, and we write here an index 3, is used to indicate a cube root of a number. We also have perfect cubes. Like the perfect squares, we have perfect cubes, but in that case, the numbers that are cubes of integers are called perfect cubes, like 1, 8, 27, and etc. Why? Because 1 is the cubic root of 1, 8 is the cubic root of 2, and 27 is the cubic root of 3, and we can continue. These are all perfect cubes. Examples. Find each cube root. Cubic root of 125. By definition, we know that 5 cubed equals 5 times 5 times 5 equals 125. This means that the cubic root of 125 equals 5. Another example, cubic root of negative 27. We know that negative 3 power 3 gives us negative 27, so this means that the cubic root of the negative 27 equals negative 3. The last example, find the value of x given that cubic root x equals square root 36. Okay, this is a challenging problem. We have here on the left hand side a cubic root of x, and on the right hand side we have square root 36. How do we solve this? First, I will write this as it is, cubic root x, like this. And I know that square root 36, I know that 6 times 6 equals 36. So this means that square root of 36 equals 6. So this means it's equal to 6. Now I want to find the value of x. To find the value of x, I want to get rid of the cubic root. This means that I will raise both sides to the power of 3. So this will be x here, and this will be 6 power 3. And this means that 6 power 3 is 6 times 6 times 6, and this is equal to 36. And 36 times 6 equals 216. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please press like. Subscribe to my channel, and also you can follow my Facebook page as shown here on the screen. To the next video. Bye.